Alrighty, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I was able to make $30,721 in 56 days with my SMMA or social media marketing agency. This is a screenshot of my processor from the 16th to 11th. I don't believe you, it's fake, it's photoshopped. Here is the payment processor here, 16th to the 11th. Let's give it a good old refresh there. And you can see we made $500 today as well, USD. Again, I am Canadian, it's around $43,000 Canadian as well, all in the span of 56 days. So in this video, I'll be going over the two exact things, and honestly, the two most important things when it comes to actually being able to make this amount of money in this amount of time at this age. So I just turned 18 here, and I'll be breaking down exactly how this works already. So first thing is the mindset. And the second thing is going to be the vehicle. So mindset, obviously, how you approach this business model. And then the vehicle is making sure you're using the right vehicle in this particular business model to make sure you're maximizing the amount of money you're making. And when I say vehicle, I basically just mean the outreach and acquisition model that you're using to actually make money with SMMA. Okay. And that $500 today as well, I had to do I didn't have to do a thing to make that money, which I'll kind of explain how that works as well. Now, when it comes to mindset, honestly, like you hear it every single time, and I even put it here, bro, boo. Everyone says mindset, that's so corny, blah, blah, blah. It's, what you're probably thinking, like, oh yeah, I heard mindset all the time, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter, right? I have a good mindset. I'm dedicated, I'm driven, blah, blah, blah. That's not the type of mindset I'm talking about. The first misconception and belief I want to break right now is that mindset is not working hard 24/7, grinding, having cold showers, going on runs, and doing push-ups. I used to think the same thing as well, but that's not the case, and it's not actually how you're going to make any money. Obviously, it's good to do those things, but you should not correlate push-ups, cold showers, and running to making money online. It makes no sense. Oh, but I'm more disciplined and I'm driven and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't fucking matter because at the end of the day, you're not making any money, right? So you're going to listen to yourself who's making no money or me who is, right? I was in the exact same situation. I was doing those things, but I'll kind of break down the mindset and what mindset actually is in order to get to this result. So first thing, when it comes to mindset, I'm going to go over a couple of key things here. This is not everything, right, that when it comes to mindset, but these are the very, very key things that you need to understand about mindset. So the first thing is the belief. So the reason why 99% of people who even start an online business, start a business, or try to get into this specific business model, the reason why 99% of them don't make it is because they don't actually believe that what they're doing is going to work. They don't actually believe that they themselves can make that money in the business and run a successful business in the first place, right? They don't actually believe it in their heart. And so because of that, they start out and they're already losing, and they're going to continue to lose until they actually believe that they can make money with this, if that makes sense. Now, this might be hard for you to comprehend. Well, why would someone be doing it if they don't actually believe it's possible? That's a great question, because they want to have that productive feeling of working towards something and doing things and making this money online. But in reality, they're not actually making anything, and they're making zero progress. In the back of their mind, they had this self-doubt that they're not actually going to make it. And that self-doubt is what is crushing them. Okay. And I'll kind of explain why that happens with this little nice diagram below here. Okay. So the second thing is going to be attachment. So I said here, most of you little horn dogs are too giddy to start making money quickly online, that you start attaching yourself to the outcome instead of the process. Okay. So when you attach yourself to the outcome instead of the process, what you're doing is you're putting excess importance on the money and on making a certain amount of money. And whenever you do that, it creates space in the universe. This is literally how the world works. And you're going to think I'm crazy. Oh my God, this guy's crazy. What is he talking about? Well, I'm literally breaking down exactly what I did to make this money. So you should listen, right? And again, I'm only saying numbers and saying that stuff to get credibility and social proof, or else I wouldn't do that, because it is kind of cringy to show off numbers. Now, at the end of the day here, when you create excess in the universe, excess importance, meaning like, oh my God, I need to hit this number. I need to make 10K a month. I need to hit 20K a month. When you give that excess importance, it creates a space, like I was saying. And so when you create space, you don't get it. It's just how the world works. So you just need to be detached from the outcome, and you need to focus on the process, what you're actually doing, which I'm going to explain next. Is the second thing. Once you start putting your focus and your energy into the actual process, that's when you start to make money, because money doesn't even matter. It's not real at the end of the day. Like, it genuinely is not real. It's just numbers on a screen. Okay. Now the third thing here is brainwashing. So I had no business in July. I started this brand new agency in August and signed my first client on the 12th of August. I did this. Now, this is like a little, I guess, self-development thing, but most of you guys don't know how to meditate properly. I did this by meditating for 30 minutes a day and unlocking my subconscious mind to make money to make the money I know I already had, basically. So in my mind, I had it, and it just wasn't there physically. It is there physically now. So when it comes to meditating, most of you guys just breathe in, breathe out. Like, why are you doing that? Such a waste of time. You're not gonna make any money doing that. When you actually go and meditate, you need to focus. And the reason why we meditate is to lower your brain waves. Okay, when your brain waves are lowered, then you have more access to your subconscious mind. It's just how it works. You don't need to ask why. It's just how it works. When your brain waves are lowered, you can access your subconscious mind. When you can access your subconscious mind, I'll explain this diagram here what it does. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have tried to brute force your way to where you want to be in life. You probably tried to do that many times, like hit this goal, hit this certain goal, but it's never worked, and it feels like you're fighting yourself almost. Like, this is the diagram I put here. Like, you're trying to get to this new desired reality. Like, you have a little tweezers here pulling you, but guess what's stronger? Your current reality is stronger, because guess what? This represents, these little things here that pulling you back to your current reality represents your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind makes up 95% of your brain. Okay, that is the thoughts, beliefs, attention, emotional conviction, and identity. That is all encompassing your subconscious mind. So when I say thoughts, obviously you have the same thoughts. It's your subconscious mind, right? When you have that 3 a.m. motivation, that's your desired reality calling you. That's only the 5% of your mind. 95% versus 5% is going to lose every single time. So what you have to do is rewire the subconscious mind to what you want to be and where you want to go. And so that's why this works. That's why it worked for me. So I rewired my subconscious mind in meditation. So I changed my thoughts, I changed my beliefs, I changed where I put my attention, I changed my emotional conviction. Most important, I actually believed, I really deeply believed that I could make money online, that it was possible. I truly believed it, and that's when I actually started making money. And I changed my identity from someone who made $0 to someone who made $20K a month, and that's what I do now. I make $20K a month, right? So at the end of the day, this is not complicated once you get the hang of it. It is hard to understand at first. That's why I always recommend the past 4 videos I posted on YouTube. I recommend you go and read this book right here, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That is what I read. That is the book that changed everything when it comes to mindset. That's how the world actually works, that book right there. So this is my example here. Now moving on to the actual vehicle. So now we have the mindset. We have a good understanding of the mindset and what you need to actually make this money. The next step is the vehicle. So I run an SMMA that I started less than 3 months ago. So how is it that I scaled so rapidly and scaled so rapidly to the point where it takes some people years to get to the point I'm at now? It takes some people years to get to 20K a month. It's ridiculous. It's very simple, and that's simply just a proven system that has worked over and over and over again, and that's the following. So when it comes to SMA, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to have a new offer, have some brand new crazy thing that no one's ever seen before and no one's ever sold. Like selling an AI growth infrastructure for $12,000, that's not going to work. Sorry, Serge Guittari, that will never work. You should never do that. What you need to do is use what works, okay? And this is the formula I developed to make sure that you have a successful agency every single time you start a new one. I could go start a new one tomorrow and have it up to 20K a month by January. Okay, so niche. If you went to the med spa niche, give up and get a 9 to 5. You are not going to do well in that. Trust me, I've been in it, I've done it. You don't want to do that. The only niches that we're working right now currently are high ticket construction niches. High ticket construction niches. So the formula that I use is obviously contracting niche is the general one. Then you want to sub niche down, and then you want to pick one specific high ticket job that you get people in that sub niche. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like when it comes to creating the offer around it. I help HVAC contractors get more heat pump installations. Specific call out, and those jobs are 10 to 15K with a 20 to 30% margin. And then obviously have a proper guarantee or money back when it comes to the offer. So very simple, pick a niche that's untapped, that has a high ticket jobs that you can focus on and get for people. Make sure your offer has a specific outcome. So like get 10 estimates in the first 30 days or your money back. Super easy, super doable. And that makes sense for the contractor's eyes. Okay, I'm going to pay this money. If it does not work, then I get my money back. Those are the type of offers that you have to do on the front end when it comes to signing someone on in order for them to stay. Some people will churn, some people will fall off, but you, at the end of the day, you're looking for clients that are going to stay on that, they're going to stay on long with you, right? That are actually going to close deals. The third thing here is the actual acquisition channels to get these people. So when I actually acquired all these customers, I use paid static image ads and cold SMS. Paid static image ads, basically a simple ad with an offer of who I help, what I'm going to get them, what's my guarantee, what's my promise, right? Ran those, absolutely printed, got to like 10K with that. Then I started running cold SMS. So cold SMS is basically sending out a blast of like 2,000 messages to contractors and seeing if they're interested in getting more jobs. If they are, they reply positively, then I call them. Okay. From there, I book them into an appointment. Well, that's where it comes to sales. So in my appointment, I have a 10-minute discovery, which is basically understanding their business, what's going on, how we can help out. Then I dig into the pain a bit of like, okay, why do they actually need us? I have my pitch. So I pitch them 3 pillars and then I close. Okay. So this is how I actually go from starting out to acquiring my first customer. Again, this is very, very broad. This is not very niche at all. This is going to be a very, very broad video. Just to give you an idea of what you can actually do here. And to show you that it's still possible, like I charge $2K a month and $50 a day in ad spend for my clients. So that it's all in $3,500 and they're making at least 15, 20K profit a month off of my acquisition system that I install for them, right? So it makes sense, numbers make sense, and they keep on working with me. Now, the last thing here is delivery. So when it comes to delivery, this is what I did as well. You're going to go into a niche that's already proven that people are already running. And so if you go into that niche, you're going to funnel hack your competitors' clients. So if it's a big agency doing 200K a month, you can funnel hack them and you can find out who their clients are and the names of their businesses. Then you can go and funnel hack those businesses, right? So you go into the ads library, you see the ads they're running, you see the funnel they're running, and you just basically steal that and then implement that for your clients. So it makes it very, very simple for you to get good client results because you're just taking what's already working and copying and pasting it for them. Okay. Obviously, there's a bit more in-depth things into that, but just kind of the basic overview of how that works. Yeah, and if you don't know what this means, definitely watch some more YouTube videos on kind of what that means and how that works. And once you have a proven process that you can pretty much copy and paste for every client, you're just going to automate it. So right now, I literally have to do no backend work. When I sign a client that is fully automated, I have people that take care of it, and I don't have to do a thing. And then just going to do it over and over and over again and add more volume to acquisition channels. So really, it honestly is that simple. A lot of people overcomplicate things. They overanalyze it. They never actually get shit done with their business venture. Like they just kind of twiddle around with it, journal about it, see how they feel about it, and they never actually make money with it, which is what is the point of that. So if you want to keep learning kind of what I do and how it works, follow me on IG. I post updates on kind of what I'm doing. I'm starting to sell info as well. So if you want to join the mentorship, right? I'm being totally transparent with you. I sell a program. I sell a mentorship. If you want to learn what I do, go hit me up on IG, say, hey, Jack, I'm interested in the mentorship. Go do that right now. I'll set you up and see if we're a good fit. We're not working with just everyone. The reason why is because I don't want to work with bums, basically, right? So I want to work with high quality people. That's why we still take calls. I mean, that's why we don't have just the price on a website. So if you think that you're a good fit and you're actually hungry, you want to make money online, go check that out. But yeah, guys, like really it is that simple. Obviously now I am in a different spot. So I'm scaling now. I am hiring people, hiring salespeople, hiring back-end people, right? But you don't need to worry about that whatsoever. You can get the 20K a month by yourself easily. Now I am scaling up and I'm going crazy. Okay, which I'll keep you updated on that as well. Now, boys, this is everything. Hit me up on IG if you want to make 30 grand in 56 days. So that is all. We'll see you in the next one.